Hello everyone, it is a great pleasure to present at the conference today, and I will now, on behalf of my research team, present our work on the development of new forest-based well-being tourism product, Natural Selfness. Our main aim is to contribute to the most recent discussions around the necessity of the global urban population to utilize forest resources for their health and well-being. For this reason, we present a case of the interregional project Natural Selfness, NATES, which broadly aimed at the development of tourism and cultural and natural heritage of the Serbian and Hungarian cross-border region. And we would like to suggest how destinations can promote well-being and sell tourism products based on healing powers of forest and the idea of natural selfness. We largely built on the concept of forest therapy, which is based around the idea of vis medicatrix naturae, that is, the healing powers of nature, which have been scientifically proven thus far. We combined it with the concept of selfness, which was first conceptualized by Matthias Forks in his book Selfness Trend, published in 2005. So what is selfness? Selfness is more than wellness. In addition to a healthier lifestyle, here we are primarily talking about achieving a balance with oneself. Selfness means self-knowledge. This is a long journey of getting to know and understanding oneself and consciously training the body, emotions, and spirit to achieve that balance. So generally, selfness implies the possibility of personal development through interesting interactive educational workshops incorporated into the tourist offer of destinations. Natural selfness then are the programs which include different types of guided activities which take place in the forest, such as forest bathing, finding seed spots and being idle, relaxing under treetops, writing haiku poetry, or savoring culinary experience derived from natural and organic products, all served and consumed in the forest. So this case study is set within the broader discourse on the significance of the interplay between human and more than human world, which has received more prominence within public and environmental health more recently. For example, the concept of One Health has been adopted in thinking about collaborative, multisectoral and transdisciplinary approaches to achieving optimal health of humans, of animals and plants, which all coexist in as well as co-create an interconnected ecosystem. Within the One Health agenda, the idea of forest welfare has been put forward as a framework to sustainably improve not only the quality of people's lives by utilizing forest resources, but also to protect and conserve the forests. So, acknowledging the significance of such reciprocal approach, the NATES project aimed to develop, diversify and integrate the tourism offer to achieve sustainable development of the cross-border region. The project was co-funded by the European Union, Mora Tourist from Hungary and Irig Mojgrad from Serbia. It lasted from October 2018 to April 2021. One of the main project activities assumed creating a forest selfness center located in the village Šatrinci at the edge of Fruška Gora National Mountain in Serbia, which would have diverse offers such as homegrown food corners, spaces for education, accommodation facilities, outdoor theater in the forest, sensory gardens for relaxation, health baths, and a number of selfness activities. So what we as the Forest Therapy Southeastern Europe team had a task to do was to design and test the meaningfulness and effectiveness of 12 workshops that would make a part of health and well-being programs of the Forest Selfness Center in the future, which could be offered to visitors, for example, art therapy, nature, forest bathing, sensory gardens, phytotherapy, forest spa table and harvesting, music therapy, etc., etc. The main idea of these workshops was to promote One Health and to explore the health and well-being effects these activities have on participants. To achieve this, we conducted an exploratory study using mixed method approach. On the one hand, we used ethnographic methods such as observations, interviews, notes, and photo taking to record experiences in situ and to record post-experiential reflections. And on the other hand, we used Ayurvedic measuring tool Veda Pulse software to measure participants' general health state pre and post activities. The workshops were spread across 3 months early this year, during which 62 participants were recruited, tested, and interrogated, and we will here provide some of the empirical data which clearly show that the activities based on the utilization of forest resources contributed to the enhancement of people's health and well-being. However, before we move on to the analysis of the findings, I will quickly present the workshops that we delivered. Here you can see the music therapy with music bowls, forest spa table and harvesting and food art, tea ceremony, which is the integral part of each forest bathing activity, art from nature, corner shop and souvenirs, walk with naturalist and phytotherapy, Qigong workshop and cosmic shower, forest bathing walks and mandala making as gratitude to the forest, forest theater and practicing the movement in nature, and sensory gardens. So what happened after the walks? The participants reported various physiological and psychological benefits, such as reduction of stress, fostering positive mood, sense of inner calm, sense of security and freedom, increasing life energy and motivation, increased satisfaction with life as well. So here we present a few interview excerpts to demonstrate the participants' perception of the processes which they articulated as beneficial and restorative. So what they reported was what you see here on the slides, and I will now read these for you. At one point, I felt renewed, cured, free from the aggression and anxiety that life in the city imposes on me. My energy at the beginning was at a very low vibration. I was nervous, angry, not interested. As I strolled through the woods, it was soothing both body and soul. I was relieved of stress, my energy returned, I was happy, relaxed, and satisfied with myself, but also with everyone else around me. The forest has a profound effect on my emotional and mental health. It has a healing, deepening impact. It gives me flexibility, a sense of freedom. I love that feeling of letting go of worries and problems. They just go away. I like to hear the silence. Silence becomes a space for reflection, for memories, for emotions, the emptiness and fullness of the moment. I step into a world of secret and surprises. I listen to the whisper of the leaves. The scents and sounds take me for a walk. I always feel the conifers. It is almost like when a mother embraces her child. The moment you enter the forest, step on the soft ground covered with leaves, you are in a similar embrace and you feel protected. Not only they were aware of the healing powers of forest, they also articulated the sensory aspects of the experience and how being immersed in forests made them feel. And we thought it was extremely useful in allowing the participants to verbalize their experiences and sensations they felt. We then used the Veda pulse to measure the bioenergy of participants pre and post forest activities, forest walks. We here present only a couple of them to demonstrate how the forest bathing walk impacted the participants' well-being states. Here we can see the result of one male, 31 years old, with significant tachycardia before the walk and third degree obesity. Before the forest walk, the index of adaptation abilities of the body was 35%, which indicates a reduced level of functional status, reduced work capacity, and low level of creativity, with a decrease in the functional capabilities combined with dysfunction of the compensation system. After the walk, this index increased to the level of normal working ability thanks to the reduction of stress during forest bathing. We can see the compensated anxiety, increased tension, which represents the boundary between health and disease. In this case, of a long period of such energy deficit, exacerbation of chronic disease may occur. The body expends an increased amount of vital energy to maintain homeostasis, which is the optimal functioning. After the forest walk, this number reduced. And there was a step towards calming anxiety and reducing the consumption of vital energy. However, this situation is still alarming here. The strength of the participants' energy field increased by about 4% compared to the initial state before forest walk. Energy centers, or chakras, show a shift towards achieving balance. However, some chakras are still out of their normal values. And we have another example to show where there were significant improvements. Before forest activities, the participant had moderate tachycardia, which was caused by compensated stress and high adaptation levels, which were associated with a stressful period of life. After therapeutic walks in the forest, there was a significant increase in functional status, 80% compared to 65% before the walks. The stress index still showed a slight tension. The heart rate normalized and the level of adaptation was balanced. Energy potential was exhausted. All this caused low energy field strength, which was pre-walk 36.2%, and energy field strength increased to 81% after the walk. All energy centers were within normal limits, and by more detailed analysis of the parameters, we could also see the improvements of the function of each organ separately. So in conclusion, the developed programs proved to be a productive way of promoting the benefits of forests, engaging local stakeholders in delivering services, as well as competent practitioners with relevant expertise in delivering workshops and undertaking the Veda pulse measurements, pre and post forest bathing walks. To develop tourism in sustainable and responsible ways and to capitalize on health benefits of forests, an effective provision of forest resources for urban people deemed necessary. NATE's project recognized this and aimed to promote the natural selfness concept through offering a number of programs. Developing the human capital is key here, acquiring the skills and generating knowledge, as well as the individual approach to the client, is paramount in delivering the selfness program. The forest guides have also the key role. Their goal is to facilitate the reconnection with the forest, to open the door of the forest and facilitate a sense of well-being in people. Through interpreting the strength and energy which lie in forests and raising awareness of the significance of the trees for our planet and our own health, guides are also performing stewardship, which is crucial in their efforts to more meaningfully connect people with the self through the encounter with the forest. Furthermore, it is necessary to manage the forest sustainably, which is key to improving the quality of people's lives, land conservation, economic development, and pursuing a sustainable welfare nation. Thank you very much for listening, and if you have any questions for us, please get in touch with us either by visiting the website or sending a direct email to Jelena. In the end, we would like to invite you to watch out for the next event in Doruvski Toplice in Croatia in the first quarter of 2022. It will host an international congress on forest bathing in prevention of illness and achieving sustainable mental health. Thank you very much.